It was you. I was thinking about hugging you.
Yeah, but you said seeing someone. That was thinking about someone beautiful. You were saying I seen someone beautiful, which
So
means
I
you.
phrased it wrong. What the heck?
I know, but some people are beautiful than I am. I want to imagine you seeing someone that's beautiful than I am, and think that. So you can tell me if you did or not.
No, I was thinking about you.
You sure?
That's it. Hi guys, today we're going to be doing, as you can tell in the, as you can tell in the thing of the video, that's the title of the video, because I just made, sorry,
Oh wow, Darren.
stop it. I just,
What?
sorry,
You said stop. Stop what? I love you too.
I was just goofing with you.
Oh. You know I still have this bracelet.
That I made you?
That and the one that you give me for me.
You still have the bird?
I still have that. But I still have this bracelet that you give me. The blue one. The blue heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have this.
I found a synopsis of the book. When did I? Holy crap! You see this photo?
Do you have it on full screen?
Yes.
No, I can't see it. Why was I meant to see it?
No, yeah, but Facebook has this thing where it's like, okay,
I'm sorry if I'm acting different today. It's just, oh, I see it. It just makes it a little.
Facebook has this thing where where it
You remember
wants,
it's Facebook? Yeah, I haven't got that yet. How did you
but
get it?
it's like I want to share something with you.
Oh, shit.
It automatically shares it with, you know. I don't want grandma to be like, oh, you took another. Okay.
Peeking out.
Yeah.
Right. I can understand that because she just.
No, she freaks out because
I think she's freaked out because other people complain, but still, they need to stay out of your business.
Yeah.
Like people on Facebook that has told on you needs to stay out of that your business. Facebook, you're allowed to add or do anything you want.
I mean, it's like I don't put like really bad swearings.
No, you don't. It's not like you go ahead and write a post that says that fuck you, this, that, like that. You don't do that.
I'm gonna send you the photos. Do you feel like it?
Okay.
Well, the reason I didn't call
you, right, Karen?
Yeah, you're a good girl.
Okay.
Yes. But here's the reason. Here's the reason. I hate this because what if it's something I didn't want to post?
Right. But you had no choice.
You see this here? It automatically posts as if I share it.
I see it, yeah. I don't know why it's doing that.
What the fuck?
I don't know, but they don't need to do that.
It's a photo that, you know.
Is it just one photo?
Yeah, it's just the one photo.
Really?
Like, hidden private message. It's not even that good.
Yeah, because you can't see it. It's still you. It's you, and you're handsome. I think you look handsome in every photo that you take.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm gonna make Halloween candy. Did you send it to me or something?
Yeah, I sent it to you just now. But it's like, what if it's like it's a photo? So what harm could it do? Well, like, what if it's something I didn't post? Like the one Naruto thing.
Oh, you seen like a Naruto photo or something? Like
Yeah, like, no, like that one one theme song that with the Japanese.
Right, yeah.
What if it uses one of those?
And then grandma seen.
And yeah,
Right.
it's not my fault. Yeah.
No, it's not. But Facebook does those for some reason, and I don't know why they do.
You can repost it though, because it's a pretty good photo of me.
Good, you said something nice about yourself. So it's not even a good photo. When every photo you take,
The hell?
they look good to me. So I need to understand that.
I haven't even posted half of these in forever. What else am I doing here?
Those?
Oh, because I don't post shit. So I forget what I post half the time.
You forget that you posted that.
Yeah, like I didn't even watch the recap. I didn't even watch this. Like, yeah, I forget what I post half the time.
It happens.
Don't do this. Please don't do this to me now. Okay, good. And more thing. I hate this thing.
Woohoo!
What?
Sexy.
What are you talking about?
It went off share screen. I just thought I'd do that.
But it's like Facebook. It's like I realize it's about memories.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? You know?
Right. I don't know why he does it. Just does, I guess.
Like for some people, what if you posted naked or whatever? You forget to take it down.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Right.
No, and it's like, okay, you've
Sorry that I did
changed.
that.
No.
No, when I was flirting sexy and stuff on here, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But what if you posted naked in a photo?
But then those people should have took that off.
Yeah.
And shouldn't even
Like,
went on Facebook. But I have no control over Facebook and what they do for that. I don't know why they did that. I just I hope you didn't get in trouble for it.
what do you mean?
Well, like you're afraid that you can get in trouble from grandma. I just hope you don't.
No, I won't.
Okay. I'm just asking to see.
If it's a photo that I took a year ago, what's she gonna have it do?
Dude, if I make sugar cookies, would you eat one?
Yes.
Okay, dude.
Yes, I would. Did you post? Did you post that documentary?
I should have, yeah. If you sent it, was it the one that you sent to me last night?
Yeah, I sent it.
Read?
Yeah.
Yeah, I posted it to myself. Did you want me to send that to you?
Yeah. Can you please? So I won't have to.
Hold on. Is it the Dr. Who's Wanna Take Awful audiobook part 1 of 2?
Yeah. Part one. Yeah,
Alright.
part 1 of 2. Alright.
And I gotta go see what they want. That should be it.
Alright.
What? Destiny, you're out.
Nice to meet you. Did you get him?
Awesome!
You just met him.
Awesome!
You say
What do they want?
just Dean Goofy.
All I'm hearing is awesome.
Huh?
All I'm hearing is awesome. Hold on, let me do it.
You like being my boyfriend.
Yeah. I do.
I like being your girlfriend.
Okay, one thing I hate about Facebook is they
They just put stuff upon themselves.
without my permission.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
And what
they
happens
should
if it was a video that you posted or something?
What if it was a video that I posted in which
That's what I said. I said, what happens if it was a video that you posted? You know, Grandma would get pissed at you.
Grandma would freak.
I know, and it's not
That's
even.
why-
You didn't even do it.
That's why I do these on YouTube. You know, it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
Frogs. Sorry.
What?
I got a fly in here.
Are you gonna name him?
No.
I'm joking with you. I'm just playing with you, dude.
I know.
I know you ain't gonna name no shit. I'm just trying. Hold on. Okay.
Come on, load up the YouTube. Come on, stupid YouTube thing. There you go. Finally. Hopefully it'll just go back to where it was.
Wait.
That way I won't have to freaking Oh shit.
Okay, she said. But can we go into another shop? It's embarrassing if we keep buying bits. Everyone will know we just want to win something. It'd be awful if we got a bit embarrassed while we were saving the world, he said.
Okay, this is at least
You're right
where we were.
Right.
She accepted the criticism, but remained adamant.
I seen a sexy man today.
To do stuff like that on spaceships or in the past or whatever. Because somehow mind what people.
I seen a sexy man today.
Who'd you see?
Someone sexy.
Me?
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too. I'm just trying to make you feel better because yesterday you kind of was upset about what your grandpa said.
I mean, here's the thing. I can tell time. It's just I lose track of time
Yeah, you do.
when I'm doing it.
And yes, you do know how to
Holiday,
how to
where the
time.
sombrero,
Yeah,
not
turn.
particular, and be seen deaded down the youth club
You just lose yourself through doing it. That's all.
next door. The doctor
Sorry.
posted notes. Rose bought a biro. Sorry, you have not won this time. Please try again. In the next shop, Rose bought a can of drink. Got obviously tiring of this. Rooted out a load of change and bought 17 copies of the same newspaper one at a time. Stood outside the door, both scratching away at silk covering on the wall, occasionally handing out newspapers to passers-by. Not a single card was a winner, and they were running low on cash. I've got an idea, said Rose suddenly. You know how these might be aliens, right? Uh-huh. So their technology is going to be alien technology. If you got hold of one of those games consoles and took it apart, brilliant, he said. It might give us an idea of what they're up to and all. Back to Mickey's then. He nodded. Yeah. Still got the tea bags? She grinned. Yeah. We've got enough money for another pint of milk, though. There was just enough left, so Rose popped back into the newsagents. The man behind the counter handed her a scratch card, which stupidly took her by surprise, because this was actually shopping they wanted. This is it, she thought. Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. When you're waiting, hoping, desperate to win, you never do. But then, out of the blue, you get another chance. And that's the one. That's how it works. She beamed to herself, imagining the doctor's face when he saw her waving the winning card in triumph and scratched off the silver with a fingernail. Underneath it read,
Okay.
Sorry.
You just sitting there for the wrong one. Because I'm just thinking about it right now.
Right.
But here's the thing. I lose track of time. Everyone does.
Yes. Especially when you watch it or hear
Does
it,
it-
you forget about it and stuff.
He doesn't need to do that.
Mm-hmm. No. But you do. You know how to.
So I'm just like, that's the reason I get mad at him.
Mm.
I love him, but it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Piggy.
Sorry. No. No. Weather. Sorry.
You've not won this time.
Sorry about that. And the only reason I'm like having it on full screen,
So it's not. It doesn't matter. Audio.
it's just the picture. So why not?
Right. You don't need the video.
Damn. Bug. Damn it. Sorry.
You're fine, dude.
Damn bugs.
I
I got a
know.
bug in my room.
Yeah, that would drive me nuts too.
Wow. Come on. Stop with the squeaking before I get myself in trouble.
What is that anyway?
When the video copies of the video and the video catches up with the video, it squeaks.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Because I have the video, because I had the video on the iPod.
Oh, okay. Got you. I see. Probably not a great idea.
Yeah. But I had to take care of that bug.
What did you do to it? Can I mind that?
I'm hoping I squished it. It's like,
And how did you do that?
I'm gonna send this to my bro. I'm gonna send this to my sister. See if she likes it.
What is it? Did Dr. Who or?
The street.
Oh, okay.
What do you think I should?
That's up to you. If you think it's cool to do, then you can do it.
Hello. Now, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send you the video. I'm gonna send you the audiobook, see if she likes it.
Sweet.
I'm gonna send you an audiobook, see if you like it.
Does she
Um,
love Dr. Who?
No, but it explains everything. So
Well,
it's,
she might like it.
I don't know if she likes sci-fi or not. That's why I'm actually.
I'm saying she might though. If she, after watching it, you know.
Just give me a minute.
Yeah, I would love you if you didn't love me.
But like,
What?
what?
That I would still love you if you didn't love me.
Why did I just do that? Don't even do that. She's probably busy. Sorry.
Maybe she would watch it later when she gets a chance.
Sorry. I accidentally called her. I didn't mean it.
Oh, okay. So you said you were sending that to her, and then you're like,
I am. I'm just.
sorry. I'll just be quiet.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Uh, He texted me back, so I'm probably just going to have to talk to him real quick. You know. How you been doing, dude? I've just been chilling since I get back. Did you have to work? Did you have to work that that other camp, that other week camp? Not any trails, but did you have to work that other camp? That was using the Indian Trails camp for the damn, I can't remember the name of the camp. You ever think you ever have something you want to remember but you can't remember it? Earth to Nikki, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I was being quiet, sorry.
Anyway, did you have to work that camp? Yeah. Just have to go to YouTube. I'm just gonna send it through the history. We're just gonna send it through her. I'm just gonna send it through the history, see if she likes it. You know. And if she does, I can send her more. You know? You know what I mean? Nikki? If she does like it, I can just send her more.
Yeah. I just said I was gonna be quiet, so I am. Is that okay with you?
No, you're fine. You're fine, Nikki. I'm gonna send you an audiobook. I hope you like it. It's Doctor Who, so it's sci-fi. It's sci-fi, that sort of stuff. I'm not really sure you're into it. If you are, then I'll send you more.
If she gives it a chance, she will. Because some shows won't be really great to you when you first watch them, but when you continue watching them or watch them again, it's like you get.
No, I'm sending you the audiobook because it explains like more of the story.
No, I'm just saying, like, at first she might won't be into it. But then if she redoes it again and just, just give it a chance, she might like it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I did.
With what? You've watched videos.
When I was watching it, I didn't like it at first, and then I gave it a chance, and I started liking it.
Oh, yeah.
Which happens, but then that just tells you that that show's gonna probably be a really good show after like a while of watching it.
Please try again. Chapter 5. The Doctor and Rose caught the bus back to the estate and made their way to Mickey's flat.
Okay, because if you remember, he got taken by the quills.
Yes.
Well, there were. The problem with memorizing the aliens' names in these books is like they're one-off books, so it's like one reading and it's over.
Right.
So you might as well not remember them.
Yeah, that's true.
Rose didn't realise that something was wrong. Not at first. "Did you leave the door open when you left?" she said to the doctor. He shook his head, and he suddenly looked concerned. He went inside, peering here, there, and everywhere. Rose followed him. The flat was empty. In the lounge, the games console lay on the table, and the telly was still switched on. On the floor was a half-eaten pickled onion, tooth mark clearly visible in it. Someone kicked in the door and caught him by surprise, the doctor said. He darted back outside the front door. "Look at this," he called. Rose followed him out, and he pushed the door to, pointing at scratches on its lower panel. She said. "Claw marks," he said. "Whoever kicked open this door had clawed feet." "Percy the porcupine," she said. "Exactly like Percy the porcupine," said the doctor. They went back inside the flat, the doctor closing the door behind them. "Amazed his telly's still here if the door's been open long," he said. "Hey," said Rose, offended. "You don't live here. You're not allowed to say things like that. Is that how it works then?" She nodded, sitting down on a chair and surveying the room for clues.
What's up? How are you?
"Yeah, like how I'd have a go at anyone who called you a cocky know-it-all who never listens to a word I say. But I'm..." She broke off. "Did I say, called you a cocky know..." Like, yeah, and surveying the room for clues. "Yeah, like, sitting down on a chair." She nodded, sitting down on a chair. She nodded. "Works then." She nodded, sitting down on a chair and surveying the room for clues. "Yeah, like how..." "Percy the porcupine," she said. "Exactly like Percy the porcupine," said the doctor. They went back inside the flat, the doctor closing the door behind them. "Amazed his telly's still here if the door's been open long," he said. "Hey," said Rose, offended. "You don't live here. You're not allowed to say things like that. Is that how it works then?"
It's funny.
He nodded, sitting down on a chair.
Yeah, it's like if I was at your house and I commented on something that you own, I wouldn't be allowed to say stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And surveying the room for clues. "Yeah, like how I'd have a go at anyone who called you a cocky know-it-all who never listens to a word I say. But I'm..." She broke off. The doctor wasn't listening to her. He had picked up the abandoned games console and was prizing off the back. He started poking around inside. "Definitely alien," he said. "Bother. Not just really advanced human." He shook his head. "No." "Do you reckon they've gone around kidnapping anyone who's got one?" He shook his head. "Must be loads of the things out there. I think someone would have noticed. And what would be the point of that? No, they've taken Mickey for a reason. And I'd say it was fairly obvious what that reason was." Rose thought for a moment, leaning forward in concentration. For you, maybe? Alien big brain? It's got to be something to do with this game. But Mickey had been playing it for a bit with nothing happening. She suddenly thumped the arm of the chair as realization struck. And then you came along and beat the score. And if I know you, probably the scores of everyone else who's ever played it in like 2 minutes. And they're monitoring the scores somehow. So they send out troops to find this genius and carry him off. But they got Mickey instead, right? The doctor was now putting the game's console back together. You get there in the end, he said, giving her a grin. You'd have thought the moment they saw the lack of intelligence in his eyes, they'd have realised he wasn't the one they wanted, though. Rose frowned. Like I was saying, you don't get to say stuff like that.
Damn.
Anyway, he's not fit. He's got GCSEs.
Stop it with the bugs. Damn it. Sorry.
Okay, what kind of bugs are they? What? Are they flies or are they little tiny ones?
But like it crawls on my leg and I'm trying to get it.
Is it crawling and sitting on your leg and when you try to move it, it comes back? Didn't you squish them?
Yeah, but I didn't realize a bug was in my room until just now.
Yeah, but didn't you squish them just now? Or did he go away fast enough you can't get to him?
Yeah, he probably just went away.
Who's my baby?
I'm your baby.
Mm.
Oh, when I'm done eating, when I go to eat, can you take over?
Yes, definitely will.
Right. Did you also send that Gotham thing to yourself?
I think I have. If you
Okay,
send it to me, yeah.
I
You usually tell me to send it, so I do.
yeah. Because I'm just like, I need to catch up on Gotham before the new season starts. Because I like Batman.
Yes,
And
you do.
I like. Can you make sure that actually works for you?
Yeah, I can.
You make sure that actually worked for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
When do you want me to do that?
You can do it now.
Reach for Gotham couch, turn on watch TV online.
Yeah. Does it work?
Well, it should. I'm hoping.
Now you're gonna have to deal with pop-ups.
I know. But if anything, dude, I got that scan, so I should catch anything anyway. Alright, I'm just gonna see if it works.
Are you screen sharing it?
You want me to screen share it?
It's just... No, the video's right there. Oh, no. Go. No. Go where the video is.
Here.
Click on the episode.
Next, click on that.
No. Click on the... No. Right there. Above it.
You mean this?
Where it says Gotham episode whatever. Click on that.
Okay.
Go to the next one.
Next one.
No. Go to the next player. I mean, there's 2 players there. Go to the next one.
Okay, dude.
No. You're in one. Just go to the next one.
Darren, you do understand that you have to show me this stuff, not actually tell me to it. That's how my brain doesn't
Listen
work.
to me.
Yeah, but listening to you don't work. I have to see what you're talking about, not actually pay attention to what you're saying. That's how my brain works. That's how some people's brains work.
Okay, you see where my mouse thing is right now?
It works, Darren. Let's just. It works. Okay.
There's two players. Go to the next one.
Where does it say that at? Because it don't shade in anywhere in here.
Where it says, those two things in yellow.
Are you talking about these?
Yes. Go to the
That's
next
what you have to say. I don't know. You can't just tell me things. And I can't say it. You can't tell me, can't show. You have to show me. That's how my mind works.
Okay,
That's how some people's
exit
mind
out of that.
It works, so
Click.
be happy about it. Just trying and just you gotta think my mind isn't
Okay, it works.
capital enough to have to show me. You have to
Okay, it works. You know how to work these now. It's fine.
okay, let's try to not get upset about things. Okay, you have to think. You gotta understand, some people's mind can't tell from you telling me more than you can tell them. Like, it can't. Some people's brains can't get it when someone's telling them. You have to. Sometimes people's brains get it. You gotta show them, and then it clicks to them, and it's how my brain works.
Okay, I'll know for next time.
Yeah. Like when I do a job and at school and stuff, with Joe Biden, the people show me what to do, then I can do it. But if they're gonna sit here and tell me, I'm not gonna get what they're gonna say. And there's some people that do. I don't know how your brain works on that, but mine does that. Like mine, I can't be told, oh, do that. My mind ain't gonna work like that. If you showed me, I would have got that 5 years.
I apologize.
You was telling me. I don't get it.
I love you.
I love you too. Just don't get upset with me, okay?
Being sorry in the slight.
No, because I'm wondering, will this work for her without the scan kicking up and blocking it?
Well, it hasn't done that, so it should be okay. Thank you, anyway. Thanks for helping me.
Okay, you're welcome. I just need to catch up on Gotham before the new season starts in September.
Okay. When are you gonna do that?
Probably this weekend or something.
Anyway, what do they want with him? With you? Has this all been some sort of bizarre alien intelligence test? Like they're looking for the most intelligent people and then they kidnap them to train their brains? The doctor opened his mouth to speak and she almost shouted, "Don't you say a word. You dare make a comment about Mickey's brain when it might be being sucked out by an alien right now." He stuck his mouth and they yelled, but opened it again now. With that, it's still a random way of going about it. I wouldn't worry, he's probably fine. She was almost comforted. Really? He looked sincere. Yeah, really. A pause. Well, probably. Tell you what, shall we go and rescue him? He glanced at the LCD clock on the front of Mickey's video recorder. Still plenty of time before tea. She's doing, I don't believe it, look at the ceiling. Well, yeah, I pretty much assumed we'd be going to rescue him. The doctor plonked himself down on the other chair. All right then. I mean, I'm not saying I'll miss him now he's gone or anything, but I'd rather he didn't get kidnapped by aliens on my watch, you know? She nodded, biting back a remark. You could still never tell if he was pretending not to care, some dry humour sort of thing, or if he really didn't care. And on the whole, she thought it was probably better in the short term if she didn't find out one way or the other. He didn't seem to be doing anything. She waited for a moment and then said, "Well, Thunderbirds a go or what?" "Or what?" he said. "Or did you get a brownie badge in porcupine tracking?" She glared at him. "Coming that hard? Someone would have noticed a giant porcupine walking about the very." Doctor shook his head. "No." And as she breathed in, a sneeze took her by surprise. "Oh," she said, "better make a wish." "How about, I wish I knew where Mickey had been teleported to," the doctor suggested. "Teleport?" she said. "How can you tell?" "Because it is totally in the air teleportation," the doctor said, "and means our porcupines are very technologically advanced and all." She shivered, thinking of Mickey's atoms being broken down and zapped through the air. "You've managed to reverse teleportation before," she said, thinking back to one of their previous adventures. "Yeah, if I was at the other end where the controls are," he said. "Sorry, no can do here." "No, there's only one thing for it," he grinned, and picked up the games console. "Time to go fishing." It took her a moment, but she got it in the end. "You're going to act as bait. You're going to play the game and hope they can't get you too." "Yep." He pressed a button on the console. The legend "Introduction" appeared on the screen, and the doctor grimaced. "Right, back to the beginning." "At least you don't have to do the training level," Rose said. "Anyway, we might learn something." Dancing cartoon porcupines shimmied across the TV screen, eventually drawing back to reveal a grainy image of what Rose now knew to be the real aliens. "Yeah, suppose you're right," said the doctor, selecting an on-screen option. A graphic flashed, and the introduction began. There were a group of porcupine aliens sitting around a table. It looked like a council of war. "Hello, Grevels," said a porcupine who had salt and pepper facial hair and long quills curving back off his head like a deadly teddy bear. "We meet to discuss the threat of the evil Macadians." The picture cut to footage of the giant praying mantises, then back to the Quevels at their table. "And what can we do, Frinno?" said another of the aliens. "We are at stalemate. We cannot hurt the Macadians, and they cannot hurt us." Now it cut to a cartoon showing a Mantadian trying to fix its jaws around a Quevil's thick, spiny neck, and finally giving up with a shrug of its feelings. Another cartoon showed a Quevil shooting a barrage of quills at a Mantadian, only for them to bounce off the insectoid's tough exoskeleton. "Looks as if nature had the right idea," said the doctor in an aside to Rose. "Two species like that could live together in harmony," he snorted. "Like that's ever going to happen anywhere in the universe." Back at the table, another Quevil continued. "We have tried to infiltrate the Mantadian stronghold." Cut to a structure rather like one of the Great Pyramids, only without the points. Mantadians, dwarfed in comparison, scuttled in and out of the hundreds of doors around its base. The building seemed to be in the middle of a sandy nowhere. "Looks like a desert planet," said the doctor to Rose. "Porcupines and praying mantises are found in deserts on Earth. It'd make sense for creatures like that to have evolved there." "Really?" she said. "Is that how the universe works?" "Oh yeah," he said. "But the catacombs within are not fit for our impressive bulk," continued the Quevil. "And the Mantadians have seeded their stronghold with fiendish traps." The Quevil, called Frinnel, narrowed his watery pink eyes, showing his disdain for those who set fiendish traps. It is why we turn to technology to defeat our foes, developing the extremely clever science of teleportation to enable us to reach the very center of the Mantadian stronghold, defeat the enemy, and incidentally provide access to the valuable mineral deposits below. Aha, said the doctor. Look for the money, they always say. But the dishonorable Mantadians have turned to technology also, said Frinnell, snarling and showing stumpy but fearsome-looking yellow teeth. Porcupines are vegetarians, right? Said Rose, a bit nervously. They have protected their stronghold with a force field. It prevents teleportation. And worse, it is tuned in to Queville biology. The cartoon showed a Queville trying to run into the pyramid. With a sizzling sound and a lot of jagged lines, it was clearly fried. This is terrible, cried one of the Quevilles at the Council of War. What can we do? I have had an idea, said Frinnell. We will scour the universe for aliens of great cunning and ingenuity. They will come to Tube and infiltrate the Mantadian stronghold for us. They will evade the traps and get to the center. And there they will place this. He held up a shiny metal cube. This is the disruptor, developed by our scientists. When placed within close range of the Mantadians' computer backs, it will disrupt all their technology, taking down the force field and allowing us to teleport in to victory. But where will we find such beings? Asked a Queville. Another Queville came running up to the table. Fellow Quevils, I have found a planet within range of our teleporters where the inhabitants are warlike and possessed of great guile. And what is this planet? Said Frinnell. The screen cut to an image of a very familiar blue and green globe. The Earth, said the Queville. Now there's a turn up for the books, said the doctor to Rose. There was a whirring noise and a jump in the image, and suddenly they were with another Queville. A counter in the top right corner read 0. Starting the game proper, said the doctor. Thank you for rising to the challenge, human, said the Queville, holding out a disruptor. The doctor pressed buttons, and the Queville took back its hands, now empty. In the bottom of the screen, a little icon appeared, labelled Disruptor Prime. Then, the Queville moved aside, revealing a window beyond which was a stretch of desert. In the distance was the enormous truncated pyramid of the Mantadian stronghold. The fate of our race is in your hands, the Queville said, pulling a lever on the wall. The image shimmered, and suddenly they were looking at a completely different wall containing a door. As the doctor manipulated the controls, their point of view moved forward, towards the door. Nice when the villains present you with their old plan in semi-animated form, said the doctor. Saves you having to be tied up and about to die before they'll reveal anything. You really think they're telling the truth? Said Rose. About the force field, and why they need humans and everything. Wouldn't be at all surprised. The doctor pressed a button, bringing the door into After all.
What?
Don't ever be mad at me.
What?
I said, don't ever be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you.
Oh, no one's going to suspect it's true for a second. Said Rose. At the force field, and why they need humans and everything. Wouldn't be at all surprised. The doctor pressed a button, bringing the door into sharp relief. After all, no one's going to suspect it's true for a second. And even if they did, even if some humans sat down to play this game and thought, hang on, maybe these are real aliens telling us about their real enemies. What are they going to do about it? Try to tell anyone and they get locked up, trust me. And I suppose no one on Earth would even care, said Rose, thinking about it. What a bunch of aliens get up to on their own planet, it's hardly going to bother anyone. On the television, the first puzzle filled the screen. It was different to the mathematical one from last time the Doctor had played the game, but he solved it just as quickly. Once inside, he had to climb through vents, jump across chasms, and negotiate twisting and turning mazes. I can see why those fat porcupines couldn't manage this. I can see why those fat and turning mazes, across chasms, and he had to climb through vents. Once inside, he had to climb through vents, jump across chasms, and negotiate twisting and turning mazes. I can see why those fat porcupines couldn't manage this, commented Rose, as the Doctor pressed a combination of buttons to navigate a series of long jumps onto tiny platforms. These are definitely meant for jumping insects. A couple of mantidians appeared at the end of a tunnel. The Doctor, leaning forward eagerly, pressed down hard on the controller's blue button. An icon appeared on the screen, a tiny pistol. Gun selected, the graphics read. The Doctor's finger hovered over the red button. Rose caught at his arm. You can't shoot them. They're real. You'd be killing them. The Doctor hurriedly pressed another button, and the mantidian snapped out of view as he ducked down a side tunnel. He sat back, looked at her. I was getting a bit carried away there. She gave him a half smile. Yeah, me too. I mean, I wanted you to shoot him for a second. Kill or be killed and all that. He nodded. Only it isn't. You're right. Even if I have to start again, half an hour here or there probably won't make much difference to Mickey. She hadn't thought of that and frowned. But although she'd have gunned down a dozen aliens to get to a Mickey being threatened in front of her, this was different. If the Doctor was right, he was just being made to play video games somewhere. Who knew? They might even be providing him with tea and biscuits. Have you got far to go, do you think? She said. Before you get to the end of the game, I mean. I'm not going to get to the end of the game, he said, surprising her. What? Is it too tricky? She couldn't believe that was the case. He laughed, as if. Then he continued more seriously. We reckon I got further than any other player in a shorter time, right? Right, she nodded. And we reckon that's why they took Mickey. Probably because they thought he was their great hope, the only person likely to get to the end of the game. If what they're saying is true, they only need one person to get to the center of this place. One person to activate their disruptor. Then that's it. Game over. I do that, they'll have no need to come looking for me. They'll have achieved their purpose. He gave her a meaningful look. And they'll have no need for Mickey anymore either. She understood and shivered a little. Yeah, I get it. So I'm just going to beat my previous score, and then I'm going to stop. And then they'll come and get me. And he broke off for a moment to jab at the controller. That's probably going to be any minute now. The Doctor's fingers flickered over the buttons and then stopped. He gave a loud sigh and placed the controller down on the table. There, 100 points higher. Should get their attention. She felt like a bundle of nerves, knowing a giant porcupine might appear out of thin air any second wasn't a relaxing thought. And what do we do when we get there? She asked. What's the plan? Ah, he said. Probably should have checked you were up for it, really. You are up for it, aren't you? Dangerous and all that. Up for what? It can be frustrating sometimes. But of course I am. You know I am, always. He grinned. Yeah, I know that. Well, you'd better get behind this chair then. She glared at him. If you think I'm hiding while you run off into goodness knows what. No, he said hastily. Just, if they see both of us, they'll capture both of us, right? So they have to just see me, then there's one of us free to let the other out. Grab my ankle, then the teleportation field should take you as well. They won't be expecting someone else the other end. With any luck, you'll be able to crawl away before they notice you. She was aghast. That's the brilliant plan. He held out his hands. It'll work. Those thick necks they've got, they won't be able to look down properly. You'll be way out of their field of vision. She wasn't convinced, but knew she probably couldn't come up with a better plan in time. Couldn't you be the one hiding? She asked as a last resort. I'm over 6 foot, he said. Catch me fitting behind this. He patted the chair. I'm ashamed of it. Hiding behind a chair from a monster? Me? Rose raised her eyebrows at him, but got up anyway and crawled into the gap between the seat and the wall. The doctor arranged a throw so it was more or less covering her. Oh, Rose, she called out. No one's hoovered back here since the Dark Ages. A second later, I've just found a biscuit. A second later, I just found a pound coin. A second later, worriedly, I don't know what I've just found, but I put my elbow right in it. And a second later,
That was funny, wasn't it?
Because he's a guy. He doesn't clean.
Right. That's true. Nobody mad at me because it is.
hang in the air as if she had smelled something. And a second later, she could smell something. A tang in the air as if she had just been spritzed with lemon juice. Her tongue and nostrils were fizzing. This is it, said the doctor, perching on the arm of the chair above her. Hold tight. She grabbed hold of his bony ankle, reflecting in a distracted way how odd it was that a 900-year-old alien from outer space wore diamond print socks, just like they used to sell at the shop where she had worked. £8.99 for 3 pairs, breathable cotton weave. There was a crash. They'd smashed open the front door again, and then the doctor was standing up and saying, really unconvincingly, "Oh no! Why are you pointing a gun at me? I'll come quietly." And she just had time to see, from under the draped throw, a pair of clawed legs obscuring her view of the screen, which was showing a load of angry mantideans swarming around, clacking their jaws together. Game over, Rose thought. And then everything disappeared. Chapter 6. Rose was disorientated for a few seconds, and because of that, she almost died. She felt sick and dizzy, and her skin tingled as if she had just had a bath of Alka-Seltzer. She didn't think she'd ever be able to move again, or she didn't think she'd a bath of Alka-Seltzer, and her skin. She felt sick. Because of that, she almost died. Disorientated for a Rose was Chapter 6. Rose was disorientated for a few seconds, and because of that, she almost died. She felt sick and dizzy, and her skin tingled as if she had just had a bath of Alka-Seltzer. She didn't think she'd ever be able to move again, or even know quite how bits of her body attached to other bits of her body ever again. But as her head began to clear, she suddenly became aware that her arms were moving. She certainly hadn't consciously decided to move them, and she observed the strange phenomenon with detached interest for a few moments. Then the mental mists parted still further, and she realized that her arms were moving because she was clutching something with a death grip, and it was trying to shake her off. A moment later, and she recognized it as an ankle, as the doctor's ankle, and everything came flooding back. The doctor was talking loudly, trying to distract attention from her. "Where am I? What's all this about then?" She unclenched her fingers, let go of the ankle. There were other ankles in her line of vision, squat ankles, covered in coarse black hair, leading to ugly clawed feet. A quail's feet. Trying not to make a sound, not to move, she took in her surroundings. She was on a concrete floor, utterly exposed. But to one side was a litter of things: filing cabinets, chairs, a cracked computer monitor. She wriggled over to the pile as quickly and quietly as possible, began to slither behind it. Her legs.
Bye. Hi. Bye.
You're like, bye, hi, bye. Really?
Still sticking out.
Well, I'm not sure if she's gonna stay for dinner, you know?
Darren, just laugh and smile, okay? For me.
Okay.
Out when a door opened right next to her, and she heard the tink tink of more claws on the concrete. And she heard the tink out when a door opened. Her legs were still behind it. Began to slither behind it. Her legs were still behind it, clear as possible. She wriggled over to the computer monitor. She wriggled over to the pile as quickly and quietly as possible. Began to slither behind it. Her legs were still sticking out when a door opened right next to her, and she heard the tink tink of more claws on concrete. Lots more claws. Had she taken a fraction of a second longer to recover? Not that she had fully recovered. She still felt nauseous, and she found herself mentally checking herself, trying to work out if she'd been reassembled in exactly the right way. Her fingers always been that long, but her feet always been so small. She finally concluded they had. Where they were. Still on Earth, she reckoned. Thank goodness. She couldn't believe that any alien planet populated by giant porcupines would feature old computer chairs and doors with chub locks. And, as Jackie had said, this was only a local promotion. Well, let's hope they'd not ventured outside of London for their secret base, if that was where she was. Through a gap in the junk, she could just see the protesting doctor being bundled through a door on the other side of the room. She heard a yell of surprise in Mickey's voice before the door slammed shut, and felt a huge sense of relief. He was alive. After a few minutes, the Queville who had taken the doctor into the room came out alone. The key was turned in the lock. Rose mouthed a silent sigh of thanks. She had been worried they'd shut them in with some hideous alien lock like the ones on the prize booth, and she'd never be able to let them out. Mind you, how was she going to let them out anyway? There were 4 Quevilles in the room with her, and there was no way she could get over to the door without them seeing her, however low on the ground she kept. She just had to hope they left. They were gazing at a couple of monitor screens, seemingly transfixed. On the screens, she could see complex 3D graphics. She suspected they were plans of this Mantadine stronghold they wanted infiltrated, and perhaps were representing the gaming progress of the Doctor and Mickey. But she couldn't see how exactly. It made no sense to her. She waited and waited, trying to gently flex her muscles so her legs didn't go to sleep, in case she had to make a quick getaway. When it came to it, there was always the door, the one the Quevilles had come through. She hadn't heard it turn into The minutes crept slowly by. The minutes crept. The minutes. There was always the other door, the one the Quevilles had come through. She hadn't heard a key turn in the lock. The minutes crept slowly by. If only she had a way to distract her. But she just couldn't think of one. Not one that would keep them distracted for long enough anyway. The Quevilles weren't even talking. She wasn't even learning stuff about the enemy. They were just staring at the screens. But then, something must have happened. Something to do with the game. All 4 of the Quevilles leaned forwards, muttering among themselves, pointing and commenting. Was this it? Was this enough of a distraction? No, it wasn't. There was still no way she could get to the locked door, but she could try for the other door. The thought was barely in her mind before she'd acted. If she'd waited, it might have been too late. She was on her feet, turning the handle, slipping out of the gap. She pulled the door to behind her and sprinted off, still silently, waiting for the shouts and the gunfire and the pursuit any moment now. Any moment. How? She'd abandoned the doctor and Mickey to their fates, but she'd made it. No, that's being silly. It was all part of the plan. She couldn't distract the Quibbles while she was in the room. She might find something out here. And at the very least, she'd have found an escape route for when she did get them out. She looked around her. She was in a corridor lit with dim electric bulbs. There was another door, and there was a ladder leading up to a trapdoor in the ceiling. She shinned up the ladder, but the trapdoor was protected with the dreaded, hideous alien locks. Mentally crossing her fingers, she climbed back down and hurried over to the door at the far end. It was locked, but with an ordinary key. She turned it, still trying to be as quiet as possible, and slipped through. She took the key, locked the door behind her. She almost sneezed as the must hit her nose. Piles of mouldy old newspapers and magazines tied up with string lined the walls. She left the door open for the light from the corridor and took a closer look, managing to discern through the dust 1970s copies of Woman's Realm, Nite Rupert the Bear figure.
Why?
Why?
Why would they be under 1970 women's reign?
That I don't get.
Favorite grandchild.
Unless they're one of the aliens. You know the ones. Did you ever see Pixels?
I don't know.
In the movie, the aliens think that the ones from the games from the 1970s are an act of war. So they use programs from the from the 80s or the 70s.
Yeah.
They have Ricardo Montalban with the Ricardo Montalban show. The Where's the Beef lady. You know, where's the beef? You know, and they used them to communicate because they thought the 80s footage was how the nowadays was.
Right.
Maybe these Quiggles are the same thing, or the same way.
Right. Maybe.
Daily Telegraph. Nixon resigns. And she made showed in the dust on the floor, and she felt like Neil Armstrong. Didn't they say that footsteps remained on the moon forever because there was no wind to disperse them? Perhaps one day the doctor would take her there and she could see for herself. If they made it through this. On the other side of the room, there were concrete steps leading up to a door with a thin sliver of light underneath. Daylight? She made her way up. The door was locked. She squinted through the keyhole but couldn't see a thing. It had to be blocked.
Yes. Destiny. Behave. Please behave. The Destiny barking? Nikki, pet her. Death. Destiny. Good girl. There, Nikki.
Stop talking.
Numbers reveal Donald Trump now closing in. Pleading guilty.
Hold on back, dude.
Story so many came to follow as the face of Subway. The door. Huh? Cool people. Yeah.
Sorry, man. We've already got like 4, so no.
Hey, no sweat, guys. Let's pop a squat here and watch.
Darren.
Hurry up. Woo! Nice bar, bro.
Tacos or burgers? Yes. A black bear? What? This quiz is completely stupid. Justice delivered. Ooh, hello, beautiful. Yum. Wait. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I like that. Okay. What? Oh, that's just creepy. No. No, not that anymore. Huh? Oh! Intruder!
Darren. Darren.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice hustle. Oh, good one. Yeah, you guys are on fire.
Oh, great. Now what are we gonna do?
Hold tight, amigos. I got it. Almost. Hold on. Whoa. Aha. Got you, you sneak. Hey, guys, look.
Cool. Just toss it down, man.
Yeah, coming right at you, buddy. Okay, here it comes.
Nice throw. Hey, why don't you play with us?
Really? All right, cool. I'll be right down. Huh? Hey, what's going on? Hurt, man?
Trader, you okay?
Yeah, I'll go up here. Just enjoy the view. Yeah, you guys go ahead. I'm just gonna hang here a little bit longer.
All right. Well, whenever you want to come join us.
Yeah, okay. See you soon. Come on, Clay. Get it together, man.
Hey there, little guy. Wait, what are you doing? What? No! I don't hate babies! What? Please, you don't understand! No!
Darren.
Yes.
I'm back here.
Oh, hello, friend. Hurry, fly away, and give me an axe. Or maybe butter, maybe both. That's it.
Hey, need any help up there?
Are you gonna do the stream or just gonna watch TV?
Yeah.
Up here.
I'm just watching something real quick.
Okay.
Well, almost there. Keep throwing higher. Sorry, too bad. So close there, man.
Hey, guy. What's happening over there? Just typing away, huh? Here, little guy. Just turn around. There we go. Just a gentle ride. Oh, wow, this is so much fun. Oh, no. Stop looking at me. Ow. No.
I got it.
Cool. Now throw it back down.
Okay, but you better back up. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Let's work
happening?
Whoa, is he in trouble?
Protesting?
Oh, I got it. No, sorry, can you clean that? Here you go. Some nice bland animalish crackers. Yes, that's right. Into the bag. Come on.
Everyone, please. I'm fine. Nothing to see here. Now please go away.
What's going on? Is that guy stuck?
Not stuck.
Whew, that should do it. Huh? No! Stop! No, not that one. No. Damn it! Oh, my contacts! No.
Take it out everything.
What are you watching anyway?
We Bear.
We're reporting live at the scene where a bear is seemingly stuck in a tree. This may be the most stuck bear we've seen in years, and he shows no signs of getting unstuck anytime soon.
I'm not stuck. Everyone, please go home.
Don't worry, we'll get you down. Just grab my hand and you'll be okay.
I said I wasn't stuck.
There's nothing to worry
Go
about.
away. I'm alive. Huh? Go away! Shoot!
Oh, help! Please, I need help!
Whoa! I could actually hear less than I thought I would. I've got your contact.
Oh my gosh, give them to me! Oh, delete. Oh, come on. Oh.
Don't worry, son. We'll get you out of there. Just grab my hand and you'll be okay. Grab my hand.
Go away.
Do not worry.
I'm not worried. Just go.
Don't worry, sir. I got you. Someone get me a small stretcher.
My bear's in.
Yeah!
Later.
Gumball.
Gumball. Gumball. Hey, Gumball.
Do you like new Thursdays?
Sorry, I just got distracted for a minute.
Sorry.
I wanted to see how that episode ended.
Oh.
By a key. So, she could think of only one plan. It came solely from, she could think of only, the door was locked. She squinted through the keyhole, but couldn't see a thing. It had to be blocked by a key. So, she could think of only one plan. It came solely from children's books, the adventures of the sort of young detectives who caught smugglers and jewel thieves, and she couldn't believe it would work in real life, but she had to give it a go. She collected an aged, crackling woman's realm and, after a search, discovered an ancient children's comic with its free gift of a lollipop still sellotaped to the cover. Trying not to think what damage the sweet would do to a child's insides after 30 years, she prized the sticky mess away from its long-term home and climbed back up the steps. She shoved the magazine under the door, rammed the lolly stick into the lock, took a deep breath, crossed her fingers, and pushed. There was a dull thud on the other side. Trying not to get her hopes up too high, she pulled back the magazine. There, on top of a recipe for damson jam, was the key. She was shaking as she put it in the lock. So close, so close. If they heard her now. The door didn't want to open. It creaked like a door from a horror film. She expected the Quevils to come running. She expected to find Dracula waiting for her on the other side. But, to her amazement, she came out somewhere that she actually knew. It was the newsagent's shop where the doctor had bought his 17 guardians, where she had bought that last pint of milk, now in Mickey's fridge, where she had totally failed to win on the scratch cards. The newsagent was in league with the aliens, but you couldn't see it somehow. He might be a bit grumpy, but it wasn't that bad. And the door into the shop obviously hadn't been opened for ages. Luckily, no one seemed to have noticed her come in. The newsagent was serving a customer at the front of the shop, and he couldn't have heard the door opening over the loud background Radio 1. She slipped out of the front door onto the street. There in front of her was the prize booth, the place that they'd totally failed to get into before. The Quevils had obviously extended it down, linked it up with some of the old shop sellers, a nice little underground base that no one had suspected. But now what could she do? She looked down the high street for inspiration. Woolworths, chemists, chipping. She did not fancy a portion of chips swimming in salt and vinegar. Something clicked somewhere at the back of her mind. Something she had once read or seen on one of those Wildlife on One documentaries. Porcupines and salt. Porcupines would do anything for salt. They were like total salt addicts. Would it be too much to hope? Yes, it would be. It would be far too much to hope that these creatures had the same craving, just because they looked like the Earth animal. But they might do. It was the best plan she had. She nipped into the chip shop. The smell was divine, but all she had was the pound coin she'd picked up from behind Mickey's chair. She couldn't afford to treat herself. But there was no one else in the shop. No one to create a distraction. "Portion of chips, please," she said, rapt. The pretty Chinese girl behind the counter slid a shovelful of golden brown chips onto some paper. "Salt and vinegar?" she asked. "I'll do it myself," said Rose, picking up the giant salt pot. "Oh, and could I get a can of Coke?" She pointed to the fridge behind the counter and the girl turned. And the instant she did, Rose was out the door, salt cellar in hand, regretfully leaving the chips behind her. She waited for the girl to shout out, but it never came. Perhaps customers did runners all the time. It wasn't as if she'd nicked the chips. The girl might not have noticed the absence of the salt. It was the second time that day that Rose had been a minor criminal. But after all, she was potentially saving the world. Now came the next part of her plan, the part that rely totally on luck, because if this bit didn't work, she might have to turn criminal for real to get her hands on a winning scratch card. But before that, she'd give it a go. She pulled the pound coin out of her jeans pocket and strode back into the newsagent's. 100 penny sweets, please, she said. Rose's 58th card was the lucky one. She was getting pretty fed up with scratching off the silver stuff, only to find the inappropriately jolly message, "Sorry you've not won this time. Please try again." She had "please try again" until she thought her fingernail was nearly worn down to the bone. But here it was. Here was the winning card. She had won a games console. Rose hurried across to the prize booth. There was no queue. She placed a card in the slot and, after a few moments' delay, the door opened up. She went in. Inside was a counter, and behind it was a Quevin, its mouth twisted in what might have meant to be a friendly smile.
"Congratulations," it said. "You have won. I will fetch your prize."
It moved away from the counter, and Rose leaned over to look. There was a tiny room behind it with another door at the back, and, on the floor, a trapdoor. That was it. That must be the entrance to the corridor under the ground. Time for the final phase of her plan. If only it worked. She stepped back from the counter, trying to keep as far away from it as possible. Then she removed the giant salt shaker and sprinkled a tiny bit on the floor. The reaction was almost instantaneous. It was much, much more than she had hoped for. The Quevil began sniffing. It raised its nose in the air like an ugly, spiny Bisto kid. Then it darted forwards, scrabbling over the counter, ungainly and desperate. As the creature sank to the floor, its black tongue darting out to lick up the treat, Rose followed its route in reverse, diving over the counter into the little room beyond. She tried the trap door, but it seemed locked from this side as well, and she didn't have time to experiment. So she upended the salt container and scattered it all over the floor, making sure that some of it trickled down the sides of the trap door. And then she ran out of the far door, offering up thanks that the alien locks must only work from the outside, and she didn't have to make her way back past the maddened Quevils scrabbling on the floor. She slammed the door behind her and, ignoring the interested looks from passers-by, hurried back across to the newsagents. "Look, I've only got a limited number of them cards," the newsagent said. "If you're going to do that again, you can just buzz off somewhere else." Rose gave the man her most charming smile. "Just browsing," she said. She waited till he was once more distracted with the customer, and then, praying he didn't have CCTV installed, nipped back through the door to the salon. She opened the door to the corridor and peered through the gap. Her plan was working. Boy, those giant porcupines must really love their salt. All four Quevils were on the ground below the trapdoor, licking at the floor like thirsty puppies. As she watched, one of them got to its feet and started climbing awkwardly up the ladder. Then the others followed. She couldn't see what the first one did to open the hatch, but open it he did. All four climbed through, and before it was shut again, she could hear an explosion of snuffling sounds from above as the rest of the salt bounty was discovered. The instant the trapdoor was shut, Rose moved. She gazed up as she reached it, but had no idea how to activate the alien lock. She gave the ladder a quick tug, but it was bolted too firmly to the wall. She had to keep the Quevils at bay for as long as possible, though. She plunged her hands into her pockets, looking for inspiration. She couldn't afford to waste time. Only one thing occurred, and she did it as quickly as possible before hurrying into the first room, the one they had teleported into. She locked the door behind her, not that it would keep out the vermin Quevil for long. Then she darted across to the other door and turned the key. She opened the door, and there was the doctor and there was Mickey, tied to a couple of plastic chairs, playing the game. "Surprise!" she called. They both turned, enormous grins on their faces. "What kept you?" said the doctor. Chapter 7.
How do you like it?
Rose made shut the door again.
What?
How do you like it so far?
I like it.
Cool.
Trapping the doctor and Mickey in the Quebble's basement door again. Rose made 7. Rose made as if to shut the door again, trapping the doctor and Mickey in the Quebble's basement once more. "A bit of gratitude, please, for the rescue stops here and now," she said, but she was grinning as broadly as they were. "I take back everything I was saying about humans being useless," said the doctor. "When were you saying that?" asked Rose indignantly. Mickey sighed. "Oh, about every other minute for the last hour." Rose glanced at her watch. It had taken her some time to effect the rescue, but better late than never. She moved over to them and began working on their bonds, Mickey first. Her instinct had been to release the doctor first, and although that was just a perfectly natural choice, it didn't mean a thing. Somebody had to be first. She had an idea Mickey would take it more personally than that. And because she didn't want to admit that he would be right to do so, she had changed her plan. She looked at the doctor, his elbows tied tightly to the chair arm so he had enough freedom to manipulate the control pad, but not enough to untie himself. "Wish I had a camera," she said. "That'd be one for the album. Not to mention I could probably make a fortune from any alien bondage websites there are out there." "Does your mother know about your obsession with these alien bondage websites?" he replied. "Why do you think she's so suspicious of you?" Rose said. "I told her you were the mastermind behind them." "Are there really alien bondage websites?" asked Mickey. Rose and the doctor burst out laughing. "Yeah, I'll give you the address when we get back," said the doctor. "Don't be silly, I didn't really think there was," Mickey continued hurriedly. Then, as the doctor didn't stop laughing, he added, "Although aliens being gagged, I can see the appeal of that." Rose finished untying Mickey and turned her attention to the doctor. Soon his ropes lay on the floor, and Rose waited for him to stand up so they could make their getaway. But he stayed sitting down, still holding the control pad. "Hadn't we better be getting it out of here?" she said urgently. "Hang on a minute," the doctor said. "I want to try something. Sit down, Mickey." Mickey had stood up, eager to be getting going, but sat down at the doctor's words, seemingly to his own surprise. "But those things could be back any minute," he said. The doctor shook his head, as if such things really didn't concern him. He gestured at the image on the screen in front of him. "Does any of this look familiar to you?" Mickey looked at him. "No, thought not. Can't have everyone doing the same thing at the same time." The doctor leaned across to look at Mickey's screen. "And yours doesn't ring any bells with me, except we've got there." Mickey obediently pressed the relevant buttons. There was a tunnel entrance visible in the top corner of the screen. "I think I've seen that," said the doctor, "right back at the beginning. So, if I can just reverse to that point, you can remember every turn you made for an hour or so," said Rose. "Blimey, I get lost in Hampton Court Maze." "Nah, that's easy," said the doctor dismissively. "It's hardly even up to your shoulders." He thought for a second. "Mind you, it might have grown a bit since I was last there." "Yeah, well, I went in 1998 on a school trip," said Rose. "Every turn there was snogging couples taking advantage of being outside the teachers. You're going to tell me you went in the 1700s or something, aren't you?" He grinned. "Not if you don't want me to. I'll tell you this, though. There were snogging couples using it even then. Had to be careful that their powdered wigs didn't get caught on twigs. Last thing you want. You're leaning for a snog and suddenly this impressionable young lady seeing your hairdo as nature intended. Puts you right off." "Don't tell me you know that from personal experience," she said, glancing at the doctor's head and battered leather jacket. "I'm trying to sleep cropped." She said, "Oh, you know that from personal experience," she said, glancing at the doctor's closely cropped head and battered leather jacket. trying to imagine him in full restoration get-up, velvet, brocade, and periwig. I really don't want to know. Ugh. The doctor laughed, his eyes never leaving the screen. Not my scene, he said. As the minutes passed, Rose got increasingly nervous. I really reckon it'd be a good idea to get out of here, she said. Those aliens are going to be back here soon, and we don't have any weapons or nothing. Just a bit longer, said the doctor, eyes fixed on the screen. But Rose was feeling really agitated. Can't you do whatever you're doing back home? If we could just get hold of a couple of consoles. He shook his head, although he said, maybe. But if what I think is true, there's no time to lose. Rose suddenly remembered something. There's a sort of diagram out there, she said, pointing through the door. Maybe that'd help you do it quicker. The doctor darted through the door and she heard him call, yes! He popped his head round the door frame and gave her a thumbs up. This'll do it, he said. Rose, pick up the control pad and do exactly what I tell you. But I don't do computer games, she cried. You do now, he replied. So she sat there and did her best to keep up with the rapid and complicated instructions that the doctor was calling through from the next room. Why is he doing this? She asked Mickey. Dunno, he said, shrugging. But it's been bugging him. He's been desperate to try this out. Trouble is, those spiny Normans got a bit unhappy if you didn't stick with their plan, so he's not been able to do what he wanted. The doctor's voice floated through again, sounding excited. This is it. Any minute now. Keep an eye on your screens. Rose focused her gaze in front of her, but suddenly the control pad in her hand judged. She tried pushing the button to carry on ahead, but it resisted her touch. It looked as if the same thing was happening to Mickey. Doctor, she called out. It's going all funny. He hurried back in. Aha, he said. That means we're getting close, I reckon. Got to maintain the fiction of the game scene. Thought there might be some sort of safeguards. He took Rose's control pad and prized off the cover, then began poking around inside it with his sonic screwdriver. Having put the cover back on, he handed it to her. There, he said. See what that's like. Few adjustments, and that plan out there. We should be able to get around this. She tried again, following the doctor's continuing instructions. There was still a bit of resistance, but she could push through it now. On the screen, the viewpoint was jogging forward, jiggling up and down, as if created by a camera held by a running man. Here we go, called the doctor. And as Rose watched, something appeared on the screen, something she'd not seen in the game before. She glanced over at Mickey's screen. Something similar was coming into focus there too, coming closer and closer. Both screens swam into focus at almost the same moment. Each screen showed a figure, a human figure, a familiar human figure. Mickey's screen showed a lad in his 20s. He had shoulder-length hair and was wearing glasses and a black t-shirt with a picture of screaming skulls on it. Rose's screen showed a woman in her 60s wearing a tea-cozy hat and a buttoned-up coat. Both had flashing discs sticking to their foreheads. Both had metal cubes, the disruptor of the game's introduction, strapped round their necks. I've seen him down the pub, said Mickey, sounding confused. That's Mrs. Hall, said Rose, feeling a bit shell-shocked. Mum said she'd gone on holiday. The doctor had come back into the room. He crouched down next to Rose. Your mum said holiday on the scratch cards. He waited for that to sink in. Rose turned to stare at him. There are real people playing the games, she said, making sure it was a question, giving him the opportunity to tell her no. Don't be stupid, Rose, what a ridiculous idea. Yes, he said, his jaw set in anger. Here you go, humans, have something for nothing. Oh wait, actually, we want something in return after all. You think you're getting a holiday? Well, let's make it an action-packed one. Come to our planet and die for us. Rose.
Damn.
Was it getting?
No. Like, he said, you think you're getting something for nothing. Here you go, humans. We'll send you on a holiday. Come to our planet and die for us.
That's crazy.
That's just wrong.
Wrong.
To be honest, if I hadn't watched the show, I would probably turn off it right now. But I'm used to it by now. So
Good. Because you watch it so many times, you're used to it now. You know.
I'm used to I'm used to the storyline. I'll tell you that.
Right. You're so used to it. It don't bug you.
Those people who've won holidays. She looked at the screens again. Mrs. Hall was staring, her eyes trying to say something to the lad from the pub. The lad from the pub was looking the same, desperate and scared. Mickey dropped his control pad, his eyes wide with horror. "What happens when you lose the game?" he yelled. "What happens? What happens when you see those insects coming towards you when they open their jaws? What happens when it says game over?" Rose turned back to the doctor, hoping for... She didn't really know what she was hoping for. For him to put it right, she guessed. To wave a magic wand and make it okay again. Or, better yet, to make it never have happened at all.
Damn.
"Did you know?" she said, trying not to sound as if she was accusing him. "Did you know what was happening?" He shook his head. "I didn't. No. I just thought there was something going on. Once we knew it was happening for real, I wanted to see what they were using to play the games." Mickey suddenly pointed a trembling finger at the screen in front of them. "Oh no, no, no!" he muttered. As Rose looked, the green forellimb of a mantidian appeared, waving at the side of the screen. "Don't just sit there!" shouted the doctor. "Get them out of there!" Rose pressed a button. On Mickey's screen, she saw the black t-shirt bloke turn to his right. Her hands were shaking. "I can't do this," she said. "I can't control a person like they're a toy." The doctor grabbed the controller from her. He started manipulating the controls, and in seconds, the lad had disappeared from Mickey's screen, but the mantidian was still there. Mickey had dived for the controller that he had dropped on the floor, but he wasn't quick enough. He began to stab frantically, desperately at the buttons, trying to move Mrs. Hall, to reach for the gun. Anything. The mandibles of the mantidian filled the screen. And then there was just the simple phrase, "Game over." "Sorry you have not won this time," whispered Rose numbly. "Please try again." Mickey leaned over the side of his chair and began to heave. Rose put out a hand to touch his arm, to comfort him, but he shrugged it off. "You killed her," he said. "I just killed someone." The doctor was still at the...
Damn. No. Seriously, this is weird because they were essentially using real people to play the game.
Right.
The couriers were real people.
Yeah.
That were sent on holiday.
Right. No, I'm
Bit
just,
of mind control or whatever.
right. I just laugh because it's like you keep saying "damn."
No, I'm just like, are they really doing this?
I don't know, but it's like you keep saying "damn."
No. I'm interested, but like,
I know.
wow.
Right.
Troll's eyes glued to the screen, face tense with concentration. With concentration, eyes glued. The doctor was still at the controls, eyes glued to the screen, face tense with concentration. "Come on," he was murmuring. "Not far now. Nearly out." Rose was still feeling nauseous, but then something happened to make her stomach churn even more. She heard a noise. It sounded as if the trap door was being opened. "Quick! Quick!" she yelled. panic hitting her. Nearly called the doctor. Here we go. There's the exit. The three of them stared at the doctor's screen, adrenaline pumping. You're going to make it, said Vicky. Come on, come on. The exit was getting closer and closer. Rose imagined the lad, sweat running off his forehead, legs pumping as the doctor propelled him towards freedom. 5 more steps, 4 more steps, 3, 2, you're there, said Mickey. Come on. Sand filled the screen. The landscape outside the pyramid. 1 more step and he'd be out. With a press of the button, the doctor helped the black t-shirted lad, the bloke Mickey had seen down the pub, take the final step to freedom. And the screen went white, blinding white. They gazed in disbelief as the light faded and the legend appeared, game over. The doctor threw the control pad on the floor. No, he yelled. No, no, no. What happened? Asked Mickey, still looking at the screen. They must have booby-trapped him or something. Something to stop people leaving once they're in there. Try to escape and you get blown up. Rose hadn't quite taken this in when she heard the noise again. The Quibbles are coming, she said. We've got to get away from here. They raced out into the first room. The door to the corridor was still locked. Rose put near to it. I don't think they're down yet, she said. Should we make a run for it? But the doctor had found something. Some sort of receptor built into the wall. I think I can reverse the teleportation field. Send you back to Mickey's flat. He waved a sonic screwdriver at her. Think you can, or no you can, said Rose. I'd rather take my chances with an angry porcupine than end up with the atoms scattered to the 4 winds. And then she took in the rest of what he had said. What do you mean, send us back? What about you? He frowned, but didn't stop what he was doing. 1, I'll probably have to stay here to operate this. 2, I need to find out stuff, like where their planet is. So we can go there and rescue everyone, said Rose. Something like that, said the doctor, twisting the end of the sonic screwdriver so it emitted a high-pitched hum.
Damn. The doctor's gonna kick ass.
Oh, he's gonna kick our ass.
No, the doctor's gonna kick ass.
I said, yeah, he's gonna probably kick a lot of asses.
Yeah.
Just need a few more minutes here. Do you reckon those Quibbles are down yet? There was a loud thud from outside the door. Sounds like one just fell off the ladder, said Mickey. Rose smiled for the first time in quite a few minutes. I lip balmed the rungs, she said, producing.
You.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible. What? I don't think lip balm is slippery.
From her pocket, a pot that now contained only faint traces of cherry.
I know.
Pocket lip refers high-pitched hum.
I didn't think lip balm was slippery though.
I don't know.
Just need a few more minutes here. Do you reckon those Quibbles are down yet? There was a loud thud from outside the door. Sounds like one just fell off the ladder, said Mickey. Rose smiled for the first time in quite a few minutes. I lip balmed the rungs, she said, producing from her pocket a pot that now contained only faint traces of cherry-scented gunk. Thought we might slow them down. The doctor was now tapping on a keypad. Here we go, he said. You two, come here. Rose and Mickey walked over to where he indicated. They were standing right in the middle of the room. The doctor put his hands on Rose's shoulders and looked deep into her eyes. That look that made her know she'd do whatever he was going to ask of her, however dangerous it was. I want you to collect up the games, he said. I want you to ask of her, however, to know she'd do whatever he was going to ask of her.
Here in probably 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, at least we'll finish the first part.
we will. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh, okay, so you want me to continue doing something?
Yeah, do some.
Okay.
Not for 10 minutes, but Not
No,
till
when you go to dinner.
when I go to dinner, yes.
Yeah.
And I'll just put yourself on put you on the thing so that you can
You mute.
so that they can see what you're doing.
Right.
However dangerous it was. I want you to collect up the games, he said, as many as you can. We've got to stop people playing it. At the moment, it's the only way we might be able to prevent more deaths. All right, she said, but people aren't going to just hand them over. They'll think I'm trying to steal them or something. There was a sound from outside the door. You'll think of something, said the doctor hurriedly. Right, off you go. I'll see you later. Meet you at your mum's. Rose smiled in acknowledgement. The doctor raised his hand to operate the controls. The door burst open. The Quibble raised its gun. The doctor's hand came down. Everything went fuzzy again. Rose wanted to throw up. It was just as bad the second time, but her vision slowly cleared. She found she was face down on carpet, but it was familiar carpet. The doctor had done it. They were back in Mickey's living room, right on the very spot from which she had vanished earlier. We made it, she groaned, climbing to her knees. There was no answer. Mickey, she said. Feebly, she shuffled round to the front of the chair. Mickey had also materialised face down on the floor, but he had made no effort to move. Come on, you lazy lump, said Rose, trying to jolly him along. If I can get up, you can. But Mickey still didn't move. Mickey, she said again, suddenly scared. She reached out with a hand. He didn't stir. She used both hands, managed to roll him over. Then she realised the Quibble had managed to fire its gun before they'd been zapped away, and it had hit Mickey. Chapter 8. There's a war on Robert, and you're our only hope. You are the chosen one, the one boy in all the world. You must fight the forces of darkness. And by the way, your mum, she's not your real mum. How could the chosen one have a mum like that?
Again, Harry Potter, like,
Right.
get
You must go to this ordinary coach station.
Kind of has like a Harry Potter side to it.
It doesn't look like a coach station. It looks
you said 10 minutes. I don't think it'll be there.
like a fortress where you will be transported to your destiny.
Okay, I'm gonna go because I think he's getting ready. And usually when he does stuff, I'm actually gonna get off
You're not
and
gonna-
go to. No. I'm gonna walk off.
Oh.
And go where it was before.
Oh, okay.
Just need a few minutes to even figure out where I was.
Right. So we can continue it after you get back from dinner.
Yeah, I'm just like. Yeah, I'm just trying to, do something.
I wanted to send you something.
It's true for me.
What?
That's not my problem. It is.
I said I wanted to send you something.
Doctor Who, winner take small area, better see. All very well for the doctor. And stuck these things on there. There was a sound from outside the pyramid. One more. Next room. Why is he doing this? She asked Mickey. Dunno, he said, shrugging. But it's been bugging him. He's been desperate to try this out. You know what I mean? All hail to the porcupine for not shooting Mickey somewhere where it might have been fatal. He appeared slightly mollified by that. Reckon they meant to, though. Probably just distracted by all of what was going on.
Hold on. Well, just a quick minute. He just got shot. So I'm just trying to.
But just as she was wondering whether to attempt to move him into the recovery position, Mickey gave a groaning sigh. Time to rescue him and his mum. And that really wasn't humans to get through it. And you are the one. The door burst open. The Quibble raised its gun. The doctor's hand came down. Everything went fuzzy.
Okay.
Rose wanted to throw up. It was just as and seemed to realise where he was. Oof, he said, exhaling heavily. Fun, and there was sand, just like they'd said. Because, damn it, they were back in Mickey's living room,
Okay.
right on the very spot from which.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
I love you.
But here.
Love you.
What do you do? Not yet. Because he just came back in the room.
Oh. Why send
I
to you
better
message?
go.
Want to
Better
look?
go. Just to check.
Okay, well,
Keep doing what you're doing.
alright. Mute yourself if you get in trouble.
Wrong one. There you go. Go ahead.
Alright. Take this back. You guys, they're wanting me to do something to Heel's back so when he comes back.
have so very much ways. If you have business, please see Fall Fire.
Are you actually doing that?
Senior there? Yes, Mom. That's someone say
Okay, you can hum. No, I just got one out early. Jesus. I'd like to see him do that. Jerk. I went out there early thinking it was, thinking I could wait with him.
Oh, okay.
And he goes back to his room. I'm like,
Sorry. Thought I just something.
no. No, it's just like, he goes back to his room, gee. I like to see you come out early. I thought it was going to sit down here with me.
Right. Hang out with you, maybe.
Back to his room. I'm like,
Hmm.
sure, I got you for nothing, but you can at least sit and wait.
Right. I know you're upset, but can you look at your message? Because I just sent you something you might like.
Huh?
Look on your message, I sent you something you might like.
Keep calm and Sonic. Oh my god. Keep calm. Carry a Sonic screwdriver. You That's hilarious. You mind if I send that?
Huh?
You mind if I send that?
No, I don't mind. You can send it.
It's hilarious.
I don't want to make you laugh.
Nah, I'm just gonna be like, she's gonna call me in a few minutes. I'm not getting involved in anything.
But are you gonna mute yourself or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it.
You don't mind if I tell you I love you, right?
I know. I know you do.
No.
And yes.
You don't mind if I do.
I don't mind, no.
Okay.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello, again.
Oh, for 10 minutes. Dude, seriously.
It's funny.
I love you.
No, so I'm just keeping my
I love you.
myself ready. You know, she says she's at home, but like, come on. Come on. You're happy that your grandson's like out early.
And you go.
They won't freaking stay there with him.
Yeah, and hang out with you.
What an idiot. And I know it's my grandpa, and I know I shouldn't be doing that, but I'm mad.
Well, did you tell him that you want to hang out with him?
No, but I figured he would have sat with me.
Right.
We talk until dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
No, I'm saying I'm sorry. I keep saying I love you. I didn't mean to.
I love you too. Thanks.
Just trying to be here for you, and that's all.
Yeah.
You be here for me when I'm down and stuff. I'm gonna be here for you when you need me.
So weird. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Turn.
On.
You're doing what you want on a broadcast. People are gonna notice what you're gonna say. Come on all the time.
I'm putting my time.
Oh.
I'm trying to post someone's thing.
Oh, sorry.
So just give me a second. Okay, just hold on. The wrong photo for a second. That's funny though.
Yeah, I thought you would like it, so I sent it to you.
Yes. Yes. F U wait. Really? One time I wanted to autocorrect me, but it doesn't.
Right. You don't help when you're kind of aggravated.
Yeah, I am kind of aggravated
I
because
know.
he's like
Why
sitting
does
there.
it help?
Yeah, that is funny though. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I could just carry him.
I'm glad that you liked it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't get it, but I'm pretty sure if they were.
They don't watch it. They have to honestly watch that show to figure that out.
Yeah, but for you to get the memes, there's memes about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but to a fan of Game
Yeah,
of Thrones,
because you don't watch it.
that's probably hilarious.
Right. Yeah, but you don't watch the show, so you can't get to it because you can't get it because you don't watch it.
Yeah. So anyway, shut up. Anyway, no, I'm not getting involved in anything because she's gonna call me in a few minutes anyway.
Right.
And now she's just picked up Jen, I think. So that'll probably be a few more minutes. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try to come out because then she'll hear me talking and want to talk.
Right.
I don't mind talking to her. It's just I can't initiate the conversation. I made this.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So
Right.
I just have to be as vague as possible. I can't tell her on Facebook. Well, I probably can. She's probably figured that out already. But I won't tell her. Like, shut up. Hold on.
Do you have any hard time?
No, I just have to insert my password to my No, every now and again it does this where you have to insert your password to the to Apple.
Oh.
So you can use it.
Right.
So it's like being stupid.
Right.
But
Darren, that was Jennifer. She wanted to talk to you, and I said we were going to eat dinner.
okay,
I hope that's okay with you.
okay, what's up?
Nothing. She just wanted to talk to you. And I said it was okay. And I said, you know what? If he wants to talk to you, I'll let him call you.
I can do it because I know how you are with that.
Well, Darren, you can make up your own mind. You can call her anytime you want.
Now that you said something, I'm kind of inclined to.
You feel free. Go ahead. Go live with her.
No,
Go
you
do
know what
anything you want.
Come on, you know what I mean.
No, don't give me. Oh, come on. You do what you want. You call her, but don't confront me with anything that she has to say.
No, I'm doing that. But now that
I just didn't want to upset you.
now that she's expecting me to call back, I can't.
She's not expecting you. You call, you don't call. It's all okay.
I won't.
No, you can if you want. It's up to you. It's up to you. You can call her. Feel free to call her. Oh, yeah, go ahead, make this step. Go ahead. Go ahead. Why don't you try to hit me?
I don't care about her. Damn it.
Are you gonna call her?
No, I'm not gonna call her, but she's getting me all confused.
You don't have to call her. You're 20-something years old. You don't have to call her.
No, I'm doing the whole thing that she wanted. I'm not initiating a call. Screw it, then. You get me all confused. No, if she's expecting it, you know.
What are you gonna do?
You know, you say I don't. I don't have to initiate the call. I'm not gonna do it. She can call back. Talk to me about it. But I'm not gonna give the satisfaction of doing it. But she's confusing me by saying you can do it.
Oh, so she told you that one thing.
You know, come on. I'm not an idiot, but talk to me straight about it. I'm not mad at you. I'm confused.
I know. Yeah.
And I'm not mad at her either. I'm confused.
Right.
No, I got all mad because you're being all confused. You see one thing and you do another.
Right.
This is stupid. Now I have to apologize for, which was totally fine.
Right.
You know, it's just stupid. You get me all jumbled up in the head, and I'm gonna
Get upset.
do something stupid. Go away. You know, jeez. You get me all jumbled in my head, I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm not gonna give it that satisfaction. I'm not gonna hold on. I'm gonna wait for her to do it. This is the way that my grandma. This is the way that my grandma wanted me to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Right.
You know. I'm not disobeying her. It's just, you know, she's confusing me. You know.
Right.
No, no, she's not expecting anything. So I'm not gonna call.
Like she said, she's not expecting the call. She just said that if you wanted to. But you don't have to.
No, but you, like, you said, can I call you back? That's insinuating that I need to call her back. So it's like, what? You know?
Right.
I don't know what to do.
You can do what you think you should do.
Send heat.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
What was that?
Door slamming. She's
Alright.
upset.
Right.
Yeah, jeez. You get me all upset, and you're gonna get upset yourself.
Right.
I didn't mean to say it, but you got me all confused in your head. Anyway. Calls myself again. I mean, you know,